So welcome everyone to biology concept classes. Today in this video we will discuss about the morphology of flower. Okay, so what is flower? The flower is the reproductive part of a plant. As we know, it reproduces by using the various parts of flower. Now here you can see not only reproduction, it is a so rich source of nectar which some various organisms use this nectar to produce honey or as their food. Now flowers can be either two types, one is complete flower and one is incomplete flower. Now what is the meaning of complete flower? If the flower is having all the holes, means stamen, pistil, calyx, corolla, if all these things, all these holes are present in a flower, it will be termed as complete. If any one of them is missing, it will be termed as incomplete. Sorry. Now where you will see, we will see a complete flower and what are the parts of it. Here we can see a flower is having two parts, that is a vegetative and reproductive parts. The vegetative parts comprises of this the vegetative part that we mark with this, the vegetative part comprises of corolla, calyx, you can see here calyx. These two parts are the vegetative parts, not associated with reproduction, that's why known as vegetative parts. But in other case, flower also contains another part that is called reproductive part. That is the reproductive part. Here you can see reproductive part. Here we can see two parts again, stamen and pistil. Stamens are the male reproductive parts and pistils are the female reproductive parts. Now here one thing again arises, if a flower contains both these things, both these reproductive holes, it will be termed as bisexual flower. If it is lacking any one of them, it will be termed as unisexual flower. Clear? Next we will proceed to the first vegetative hole or part, that is called corolla. Okay, here you can see a picture of a hibiscus flower. Now these are the representing the colorful parts are called corolla. Okay, it attracts the pollinators. Actually the functions of this we will see. Attracts the pollinators. Who are the pollinators? Insects. Okay, basically insects and birds. This also protects the reproductive parts of flower. Okay, as you can see, the major reproductive, the female reproductive system or the female reproductive part, the solen part, that is the ovary, is hidden inside that. Okay, now also it is a brightly colored and sometimes is also scented to attract animals, same purpose, attract pollinators. Okay, next calyx and corolla are collectively called as perianth. What is the meaning of perianth? It is important. Sometimes in some flowers we cannot differentiate between the calyx and which one is corolla. Okay, means the petal and sepal we cannot differentiate, like most of the cases we can see in orchid flowers. Here you can see, I am showing you, this is a flower, you cannot segregate between these two, the petal and sepal, so this is called perianth. Clear? Next we will proceed to the next vegetative part, that is calyx. You can see here the calyx part, actually not the base one. The base one is known as apicalyx. Sometimes if it is having apicalyx, it will be apicalyx, termed as apicalyx, but either next to the corolla it will be, or petals it will be calyx or sepals. Now the terms are confusing. Calyx is aggregated term and sepal is the single individual term. Likewise corolla also, petal is the individual term and corolla is a whole. Now what are the criteria to be a calyx? Calyx is the outermost hole of the flower. It comprises sepals, tiny leaves present in the base of flower. See, you can see the leaf like venation and green color, that's why they are that means somehow termed as leaves. This protects the flower holes against mechanical injuries and desiccation also. Some plants have colored sepals and calyx, means the sepals also calyx is the same thing, and are called petaloid. Okay, these are called petaloids. So yeah, now we will proceed to the next one, that is the reproductive part. First reproductive part is the stamen or androecium. You can see in the hibiscus plant the yellow color portions are the things or the parts. Okay, so the male reproductive parts of flower consist of the following things. One is anther, one is filament. Okay, yellow color one is the anther and the red color stick is the filament. Okay, it is having a yellow color or sometimes various color of options are there in case of this anther. Sac-like structure involving in producing and storing of pollen grains, which is required for the fertilization purpose. Without pollen grains, it is quite impossible for the plant to fertilize the egg. The filament is a slender thread-like object which functions by supporting the anther. Okay, its function is also only to give support. Next one, we will proceed to the pistil, the next reproductive female reproductive part or gynoecium. Here you can see again the hibiscus plant. Here this stick is called the gynoecium or pistil, having three parts: stigma, style, ovary, mentioned here in italics, collectively known as pistil. Here stigma, the topmost part. Here you can see the topmost part. I am marking here with this topmost part, stigma. This tube is style, and inside that at the base you can see the ovary. Okay, so each of them are playing an important role. The stigma attracts, means not attracts, it allows the pollen to lands on its surface. Here the pollen pistil interaction starts, and then pollen tube formation through this tube means stigma, then style. The style allows the pollen tube to move towards the ovary, and ovary is the organ where the things are going on, means the fertilization process and everything. Ovary will form in a future fruit after fertilization. Okay, and the ovules will become seed. Now some functions of flower, we will see the important functions of flower. First, it is first one, the gametophyte develops in the flower. Gametophyte means haploid generation of the plant. As we know, plants are representing alternation of generations. After fertilization, the ovary of the flower develops into fruit containing the seed. As I told you, the fruit will become flower, okay, and the ovule will become seed. The most important function of flower is reproduction. That's why it is a reproductive organ. They help in the union of male and female gametes, right? So flower provides nectar to certain birds and insects, which in turn helps in the transfer of pollen from the flower to the another. Means indirectly we can say this is a pollinator. This helps to feed the pollinator, and the pollinator in turn returns them by doing the pollination. Okay, so this was a brief discussion about the structure of flower. I hope it will help you. Means up to the standard class 10 standard you can take the notes. It will be benefiting, surely it will be going to benefit you. So this much up to today. Thank you, and please do the things as you know. Okay, so thank you. We will meet in the next video.